Starting conversations isn't the hard part. What trips most people up is what to say after the first sentence. Because you might get past that awkward start, but then a few seconds later, you're thinking, what do I say? And that's where conversations stall. In the last video, we talked about overthinking the start. But even if you get past that, most conversations still don't go anywhere. Not because you're bad at talking, but because you don't have anything to fall back on. So in this video, I'm going to simplify small talk so you always know what to say next without forcing it. Most people think they need to ask something impressive, something clever, something different. But you don't. That's what makes it harder than it needs to be. Because now you're thinking instead of listening. Small talk works best when it's simple. Things like, what brought you here? Have you been to one of these before? What's been keeping you busy lately? Nothing fancy. But they work because they're easy to answer. And more importantly, they get the conversation moving. But even when the conversation starts, this is where most people freeze. The conversation starts fine. Then there's a pause. And now you feel it. Pressure. You don't want it to get awkward. You don't want it to end too soon. So you either repeat the same type of questions or say nothing and let it die. That's the moment people struggle with most. But here's the shift. You don't need new topics. You need better pivots. Instead of changing the subject, go one layer deeper. What's been the hardest part of that lately? Where are most of your opportunities coming from right now? What are you trying to figure out at this moment? Now the conversation actually moves from surface to something real. And if you want these exact lines laid out for you, I put together a simple conversation starter cheat sheet. So when you're in that moment and your mind goes blank, you have something to fall back on. You can grab it. The link is in the description below. But stay with me because this next part is what most people skip. Because even if the conversation is flowing, that doesn't mean it's going anywhere. Most people let conversations drift. No direction, no intention. They just talk. But the people who actually get results from networking, they guide the conversation just a little. Not aggressively, not awkwardly, just enough to understand. Is there anything here? So they ask things like, what kind of people do you usually work with? What does a good client look like for you? Are you trying to grow that right now? Now you're not just talking, you're uncovering something useful. So here's the shift. Small talk isn't hard. You've just been overcomplicating it. Simple questions start it. Better follow-ups keep it going. And small direction gives it purpose. But there's still one missing piece. How do you actually move the conversation forward without it feeling forced? And that's what I'll show you in the next video, because this is where most people hesitate and where the real opportunities are created. If you found this useful, please hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments below.